Welcome back to my channel for this week's Human Design Transit Report. Today is Monday, August 15th, and the current transit that we're in started last Friday, and I talked about it in last week's transit report, so if you want to, you can go and watch last week's transit report to find out a bit more about it. But briefly, the Sun is in the gate 4, the gate of possibilities in quantum human design, and the Earth is in the gate 49, the gate of principles or revolution in quantum human design. And then in 2 days, on Wednesday the 17th, we have another transit coming up. So I'm going to spend most of my time today talking about the new transit, but as I said, if you want to find out what's going on right now, you can watch last week's. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So just briefly about the current transit that we're in with the Earth in the gate 49. This is tribal energy, and it's also the gate that Saturn is lighting up. So we've got both the Earth and Saturn in this gate, which is about relationship. It's about what do we base our relationships on, and are our relationships in alignment with our values and our principles? And if not, what do we need to do to transform and uplift and up-level our relationships so that they are? And then with the Sun in the gate 4, which in traditional human design is answers or possibilities in quantum human design, it's the beginning of the logic circuit. We're receiving new possibilities through the beginning of that logic or pattern circuit that can then help us to know how do we need to up-level and revolutionize our relationships. Then this Wednesday on August 17th, the Sun is going to move into the gate 29 and the Earth is going to move into the gate 30. Now both of these are on the sensing circuit, so we've got a really nice shift that's going on here to be highlighting up this right brain energy. We've been having a lot of left brain energy lit up in the last couple of transits, and now we have the sensing circuit. So the sensing circuit, or the miracle circuit in quantum human design, is right brain energy. It's creative, it's abstract, it's spatial, it's expansive, it's experiential, and it's embodied. It's not logical, reasonable, rational, strategic, analytical, or any of those things. So we're really kind of moving from that kind of energy to an energy that is of a very different quality. So the Earth in the gate 30 is the gate of desire in traditional human design, or the gate of passion in quantum human design. And in the I Ching, it's actually called clinging fire. So this is a deeply passionate, powerful energy, which is about our ability to kind of hold on to what we imagine that comes through the gate 41, which is the mate of this gate in that sensing circuit. So it's how do we hold on to what we imagine in that gate 41 long enough for it to come into fruition. It's a emotional energy. It's on the emotional solar plexus. So we know that we need to have patience, and we need to be tuning into right timing, and we need to have some, really give ourselves time to know that we are moving at the pace that's right for us, and that we're getting very, very clear about what is right. And so we're grounding ourselves in this deep sense of passion. So my invitation to you during this transit is to looking again at what you're passionate about. Sometimes when I have people come and do readings for me, they're kind of like, I don't really know what I'm passionate about. And unfortunately, this can happen through our conditioning, where we're really conditioned to kind of go into tracks and not to think about what we actually want or what we're passionate about, and actually to have that kind of dumbed down in our life. And so I encourage you to use this transit to be digging into that. Maybe do some journaling around it, or talking to friends, asking each other what you're passionate about, asking each other what you've been passionate about in your life, or what you were passionate about as a little kid, or what you admire in other people that they're passionate about, because any of those kind of conversations can really stimulate that for you. Because when you kind of get like, oh, I admire this passion of this person, but it's not really mine, but I relate to it in this particular way, that can bring out some understanding for you. And like I said, this is experiential and embodied. So it might be that there's something that you want to experience to help open up this sense of passion, because it's not a mental thing. It's not up here, right? But it's also not left-brained. It's much more down through the body. And like I said, it's emotional. So then the sun is going to move into the gate 29, which in traditional human design is the gate of perseverance. It's coming off of the sacral. So it has that powerful sacral energy. And in quantum human design is the gate of the devotion. And I just love that reimagining of this is devotion. It's like, what are we devoted to? I mean, yes, perseverance is very important in life. And, particularly if you have your own business, or if you have a chronic illness, or if you are just having to work with something that you're not getting instant rewards for. And, honestly, most things in life don't give instant rewards. Like if you're learning to play an instrument, or you're, learning a new skill, it takes perseverance. It's like you have to practice, you have to be devoted to it. Like in my practice of Kundalini yoga, I'm doing yet another module with my teacher for my devotion to my practice. And so you can be looking at what you're already devoted to in your life, what you've been persevering about, and you can also up-level what you're devoted to if you feel like what you've kind of been devoted to has not serving you. Because sometimes we can be devoted to things like we can be devoted to, spacing out and not paying attention to something, and, using television or movies to medicate ourselves. We can be devoted to things that are not working for us. Okay. Or we can be not persevering with things that we know would be beneficial for us, like maybe trying to do some new food that we know would be really helpful for clearing our minds, right? And releasing toxins and bringing more vitality into our physical form. So really looking at that and making new decisions if you need to about what you want to be devoted to. And ideally, that's going to be resting on this earth energy of your passion, your desire for life, what it is that you really feel brings you a lot of energy and vitality, really lights up your energy field and lights up your physical form, right? And then to be devoted to that passion. You can see how these two gates work really, really well together in your life. So I encourage you to take a little time, particularly, if you're watching this before Wednesday, or if you get it then, or even after, to, do some journaling, talk to some friends, talk to yourself, go for a walk and talk to yourself, do some art, because this is also creative energy. Anything that's going to help you to bring up to the surface more of a sense of what really matters to you. And this is collective energy, so it does have to do with the big things in life, but this is definitely close to, your emotional solar plexus, so this is your emotional life and your heart. Even though neither of these are actually on the G center, it definitely is something that is related to your heart energy, because that's what devotion is about, is where are we putting our heart energy. Okay, that's my transit report for this week. Many blessings, much love.